This is what we have now. And we have our decline here. Okay? We have them connected. And we have our drifts. They are there. So let me just hide the whole body. And this is what we are having. Okay? So meaning all these if I want this to be on the same level as this one, not so. We want it to be on the same level as this one. What we can do is, since we know this drift where it is located, it can be the blasting drift for drilling, or it can just be a drift. So we can use the same drift. Okay, let me see. We have this drift, and we can see that this is a bit up, not so. This orange is a bit upper than this one. So we can correct these errors, okay, we know that this is the drift. So we can claim point properties on that same segment, which is this one. Okay, so it says the Z, we are interested more in the Z. Okay, I'll just claim for point properties. So the Z axis is 165. So what I'll do is I'll now perform mathematics on a segment, okay, of that on the Z axis. Then I'll take it to 165. 165, apply. Then it says select the segment to apply mathematics. I'll apply mathematics on that one. Oh, sorry. It's not the working layer. Must be up. Okay. Perform mathematics. First of all, before I perform mathematics, I will redo, undo. That stops the function. Okay, then I'll go back to perform mathematics on the Z axis to 165. 165. Okay. Then it is this one we are performing mathematics on. It will move. Okay. Then also this one also we have to perform mathematics on it so that it goes to that level. So just claim for point properties on the drift. It says 90. So now we'll go back to the haulage again and perform mathematics on the segment. Okay, then to go to 90.175. Okay, apply, then select the segment. Okay.
When it's not stated as in at what slope the haulage should be from the drift, we assume that it has to be on the same level. Because like in that case, the reason it was actually going up because of
you need the sump, not so the pump sump.
Yes.
Yeah, so you need to create that. This is a decline. Yeah, so meaning the pump sump maybe must be under this haulage. The water from this drift will be drained this side, not so. Because mostly the haulages, they have an incline, they dig like an angle, they decline, going towards the shaft. Because all the water must be collected in the sump at the shaft. So meaning it must go down there, then we have to create.
So does that mean
the sump down.
Does that mean that in this case, if you want to do a slope, like if you want the water to be flowing from the drift to come to the haulage, since the haulage should be counting going to the shaft, does that mean the haulage has to be at a lower elevation than the drift?
Yeah.
So in this case, since it's not stated like it,
because that also will matter. It will matter. What type of transportation are you going to use from the drift to the haulage? If it is a train, then you need the angle must be considered. I think it must be in percentage. I think in 18 degrees, if you are in degrees, not percentage. But less than 18 degrees, 18 degrees a lot. A train cannot go up to that. Me, I think it must be 4 degrees. That's what I think, 4 to 6 degrees. 18 is a big percent. Because even a truck cannot go up to 18. Let's see. An angle of 18 degrees. 18 degrees, eh? An angle of 18 degrees in percentage is 32. Okay, that is 32%. In ratio is 1 to 3. That's in ratio. 18 is big because 100% is 45 degrees. Okay, done. Then also, this one must come to this one, not so. So go to the drift layer, switch it on, claim for points on this drift.
that one is not active. Oh, that's a different.
Okay, we have it there, 240. So I want this to come to 240. Then I'll go back on the oranges, perform mathematics on a segment, Z 240. Apply, then select. Okay. So in this case, okay, it's okay. It's fine. But it is near to the. It's okay. Yeah. Then this one also can be brought a bit down. Now, this not even no, that's not a problem. What we'll do is we still have the drift here, not so. Then we want to bring it to this one. So first we'll perform mathematics on this one. We bring it down to this level. Okay. I'll just go to this one. Claim for point first. Point properties. The z-axis gives me there. I'll go back also to the orange. Activate the layer. Then perform mathematics on the z-axis to 315. Not so. Then apply. Then now, what we'll do is we are going to copy a drift segment, which is this drift segment. Then I'll snap to point or line point. So now I'm going to copy this one, this segment. So you go to copy segment. Okay, I'll just copy this segment. Apply. Okay. Then I'll go back to the haulage layer, activate it back, then delete this one. Okay. Not so. Even on this layer, also this one, is going the other way. So we can just copy this one. Let me see. Not that. I'll just copy this one, bring it to this one, then we are done. Okay. I'll go to the haulage, the drift first, the drift layer. I've done something wrong. Something is wrong somewhere. Okay. There is something wrong. I'll just do this. Let me just go to the layer for the oranges. Before I do that, I'll just reset. It's okay. I'll just reset. I'll bring back the decline, and I'll bring back the haulage. Okay. Or not to avoid the fighting that we are having there, we can still use the drifts. Since they are still, they are not so. They are still here. So not fight them. I'll just say take this line to that level. Come on. Okay. Yeah. This has moved already, not so. It's okay there. So what we'll do is we want just this segment to go to that level. Then we'll move everything, this towards the we have this one, it's a bit on top, so we want it to go to that level, and it will be our guiding line. Are we together? So what we'll do is, let's just perform mathematics on this layer. So I'll claim for points on this segment, and it has given us 90. Now I'll switch on the haulage layer and perform mathematics on the string, the segment, which will go to 90. Apply, then select that one. Okay. Now after doing that, we are going to move this side. Okay. So I will copy strings, okay, of the drift. I'll go back to copy strings. This one, snap to point. I want that point to come to that point. Then 4. Then we are going to save this as haulage. Haulage 1. Haulages 2. Apply. Then I'll set the graphics. I'll bring back my decline and the haulages 2. It has both, not so. It has both the drifts and the haulages. Okay. If we want, we can delete the drifts. Okay. Maybe you are following, I don't know. We can delete these. So what we can do here, since we are on the haulages, we can delete this, which is a different color, which must be 3. We'll say delete the string. It's a string, which is this one. Okay. Then also our black line here. I want to black line. So before I do anything, let's display the points on this string. So we just go to display points, then point numbers. Okay, then let's check. Okay, somewhere there. So let's join this point to point 6. So we activate the layer for the decline and move a point. Move point, this point we want to go to. I've not snapped to point off. Snap to point, to line. This point is okay. Then move. Move segment. I think I will just move a segment. Move a segment. Do that. Yeah, you can even move where you can move a segment also. There is a segment which was the other side. Just move a point. Just snapped. Just refusing. No problem. What I'll do is I'll save it. I'll save first the orange. Okay. Let's just do this. This is what we have done. We deleted this first. Let's just delete this. Okay. I'll delete this segment. This one and this one. That one. Then I'll leave that. I'll delete this and that. Then I'll delete this and that. Plus that. Done. Save again. This is too much turning in. I will even delete this part. I will black line so that we delete this part going this side and save it. Okay. I will set the graphics. Now what I'll do is I will bring this haulage 2 and the decline on the same layer. So you click the control button, then drag and drop them while holding the control button. They are on the same layer. Okay. Then I'll display point markers. So I want now this to come to this point, which was 6, now it is 669. So this point will move to that. Okay. So I'll move a string. I can move a string. First of all, I want this. This is the point I'm going to join to that. I'll delete this because this is the point that we took this line to, not so. So I'll delete this part going this side. I'll black line. Okay. Then these points here must be deleted. Then we'll join that now to that. Move point. We'll move this point. Okay. Now since that is too steep, This line is too steep. So we can join a line from that to that. We can join a line from here to there. We can delete these points. We can delete that point, that point, that point, that point, even that point. And still not snap it, it's not a problem. I'll snap it to point, then I'll still move point, I'll move this point to that. Okay? There is no difference, it's just the same thing. Okay? Then I will save this as decline plus haulage. Haulage 1. Okay? Both of them, they are in the same layer. So what I can do now, I've saved that. I can also reset the graphics again and bring back this one. Now I want to create the haulages on its own and the decline on its own layer also. So what we will do here is we are going to delete the decline first, not so, which is the string. Delete this string, then save this as haulage. Yeah, I'll just delete that. Then haulages 2. I'll overwrite the haulages 2. Done. Reset the graphics. Then go back to the same one and delete now the haulage. Okay. Then we'll save this as our decline. Decline final. And apply. We are done with that now. We have our haulage 2 and the decline joined. Okay, we are to bring our drifts. It's now like that. Are we cool? Now, we need to create a crosscut from this layer, from this drift to that haulage. Not so that we connect now the haulages to the drifts. So to make things simple, what you can do also, you can put the layer for haulages and drifts on the same layer. Okay, so that you fasten up things. So in this case, I've created everything there. So what I'll do is, I'll bring now the drift and the haulages too on the same layer by clicking the control button, holding it. You hold it continuously until they are displayed on the graphic interface. We have it like this. Okay? This is what we have. So now, we can just display the point numbers. Okay? We have the point numbers. Now, having the point numbers, for example, if we need a crosscut from this to that point, we just now create by digitalization, not so. Snap to point, then join that to that. Okay? Escape. Again, start. Now, since you are on the same layer, it will be considering like this is the end point. So you start a new segment. Okay? Start a new segment by clicking on that 2 there, then you go back to create point by digitalization. If it is now this one to that, we create another crosscut there. Escape. you start again. If they tell you the distance, you can create the distance, not so. You know how to insert a point. Yeah, you know how to insert a point on a segment. So you can create a point. If this is from this point to that point, if it is 10 and they say at each 25 meters, you can create a point 25 meters from this to that. You create that point. Even on the other one, 25. Then you join them. Done. Okay. So we have those two. I want also on this layer also, I want to create the cross cuts. Okay, depending on the number, you can create, they will give you a distance. In this case, we don't have a distance, but it's a practical way. How can you create a cross cut? That's the idea. The numbers will be given, and you have to insert a number, a distance. Not so. Because that's the same thing in some other videos and some other tutorials. We have been doing the same thing. Even today, we inserted a point on a, between 2 points on a line. I'll start the segment, then I'll digitalize. So from this one, 46 to 188, escape, start another one, okay. Then I'll say from 49 to 191, it's another crosscut. We move, start another one, create from 51 to 194. So that one to that one. Then also, I want 58 to 200. Start, then digitalize. That to that. Okay? Then we can move to this one now. What's the matter? We snapped to point. Yeah, even you can see there. We have snapped to point there. If it is in graphics, it is this. Line, it is that. Okay? Then we move to this, the first level. Start the segment, then create. Now it is, for example, from 114 to 206. Okay, escape, start a new segment, digitalize from 120 to 212. Okay, escape, then from, you see what happened, why I said we have to start, it's because of this. It recognizes that last point. So you have to escape, start a new segment, then digitalize again. Okay, so then to 218. Done. I have there, everything is there. Now, what is happening there here is you need a ventilation lace. Okay? So if you need a ventilation lace, meaning I need to connect this layer to that layer with a ventilation lace. Now that ventilation lace must be created from this haulage. For example, from this haulage, we will have a ventilation lace this side. We connect this one to that one. So what you do is, at the end of this haulage, or somewhere here, before the end, at the end, at the end of the haulage, you have to create a ventilation lace. And that ventilation lace will not be in line with the haulage itself. You have to create like a cross cut away from the haulage. That's the principle, not so. So, what you would do is, we can copy this segment here, we copy it, bring it here, then it can go the other side. Then if it is 5 meters, they say 5 meters, we can still cut it, break it. Okay, so I will say copy a segment, I'll copy a segment, then that segment is snap to point. I'm copying this segment, bringing it at the end there, and it will be, I'll give it a different color of 08, which is red. Okay, escape. I'll move to this one. I'll copy another segment, which is this one, to that 8. Okay, this is at the end. Then also we'll copy this one, so I'll repeat the same property. I'll copy this one. Okay, the orientation, I'll move the orientation. I will copy a segment, this segment. I'll just do that, then I'll move it. Okay, done. We are remaining with this level. We didn't create the crosscut, so I'll start a crosscut, then from this point to that point we need a crosscut. Then we move our escape, start new segment, then from that to, let me just take it to that one, escape. Okay, then this level, so we need what I'll do, I'll move this point. I want to move it, doesn't look well, I'll move it to that. Okay, then I'll copy a segment, copying this segment, bring it at the end there, 8. Okay, yeah, done there. Also now we have to create also on the other side. Okay, we need to create another ventilation place on the other side. So copy, enter, copy this one and take it there, 8 also. Okay, I'll move to this layer. I'll copy this one and take it that side, 8. Come on, bro. I'll move. We need to copy this one to that, not so. So I'll copy this one to bring it here, 8 also. Apply. Okay, then we'll move to the last level where we'll copy this one to that, then 8. Apply. We are done. So we can save our crosscuts and the rest in 3. I will say oranges 3 to differentiate it with the other one, so that we will not overwrite it. Apply. Then I will reset the graphics. Okay, so oranges 3. This is what we have. Okay, this is what we are having. Huh? Ventilation lens.
Ventilation crosscut, which moves from the haulage to that point.
It's supposed to be vertical. So if it is supposed to be vertical, this is just a guide. Yeah, we are going to join them. We join them. We join this to that. Now, it is supposed to be at the end. Not so. So we are joining this one to that. Now, you are saying if we are going to say no, since this is not in line with that, not so. Meaning we have to do more development going this side. Yeah? Because meaning the resistance of the air will reduce, not so. So yeah, because you have to, if it is at an angle, meaning the resistance of the air is increasing. So you have to put more ventilation machinery. The fans, you have to increase the fans, the number of fans to overcome the resistance, the air resistance that will be created there. Yeah. But also, if we are going to say that this will come vertical, not so. On this level, that level, meaning we have to drill more, and that will increase also the cost. Yeah.
I can just start from the bottom going up, the second one going. Is it okay to have, even if it's not at the end, on the top part?
What? What am I going to minimize? What do you say? Yes. We are just wasting time. You're just wasting my time. It's the same thing that I've been explaining, and you're just wasting time. I am saying, if we are going to join this one to that one, not so. Meaning you have to do more development on this level, going this side, so that it becomes vertical. And I said that will become also costly on the development of that haulage. Now to park is abantu bakamba kai. Leave it to one person. Mariconería ahora. ¿Hasta cuándo?
I think they were just going to go what you said. I think what you said.
What?
What you said. Said it in Spanish. After all the first one, but in Spanish. Google. Google translate. Maricola.
Maricón.
Maricón.
C'est gay. Yes. C'est gay in Spanish.
Yeah.
Okay. So what we'll do is we can create this point as coordinates, not so. So if you want to join this one to that, so that it becomes vertical, meaning what we can do, for example, if you wanted to do that, because this whole board is uneven, it's going like this, not so. So what we'll do is we'll just claim for point properties on this one. Okay? It will give us the x and y, not so. Then also I'll claim for point properties on this one. Yeah? It will give us. So now, having those two, I can say create point by coordinates. Okay? Then I will copy the coordinates for this point, okay, which was first claimed. So this is the y. This is the y. I'll paste it there. And this is the x. I'll paste also it there. Then I want the Z90. I'll copy and paste it there. Apply. Okay? And close it. Yeah? So if that is the case, you are saying we have to join. Sorry. I'll start a new one. We are saying we have to start from this point. I'll snap to point, create a new one. Then from this point there to that, we are creating a new one. Okay? Then meaning this one and that one, they are on the same. They are on the same point, not so. So meaning, what I'll do is, I can now join this one. I can move this point here, that segment, I can move it. I can move this segment to that. Yeah? Oh, sorry. Okay, that's good. It's okay. It's okay? Also, there is something that we made a mistake when creating this one. Okay? We need to claim the point properties. This one is just the x. If I claim for xy for this one, meaning it will give us errors. So I have to claim for point properties for this one. Okay? There is a drift which is connected to this one, not so, which is this one. Yeah? So those are the points that I need there, which is those displayed down there. I'll create a point again by coordinates and copy these coordinates here. Dozing. Yeah. Maybe she's.
I'm wondering why he's thinking of dozing.
You are thinking about going to heaven. Yeah? That is what I have there. So now what I'll do is, I'm going to move or delete this point. This one will come direct there. When I delete this point here, yeah, that one will move direct. Yeah? Then it means I have to move this to that. Okay? Hope you have followed the idea. Okay? These, they are in a straight line. That's what you wanted. They are vertical. So since they are vertical now, I can create my ventilation lace here at the end. And that ventilation lace, before I create it, I'll change the string number here to 5, for example. Start a new one, create. From that to this, I think so. You check it. Okay. Yeah? Meaning you have connected that to that. Now also, this is just joining this one to that one. Meaning we need another development going this side to come and join it to this one. Not so. Now these, they will be, like we said, because the whole board is uneven. So you have to join them that way. So let me just join. Okay. Now what I'll do is, I'll create a point. I'll create a point from this one. This point here. I'll get these coordinates and I'll get the level for this one. And I'll create the points. So what I'll do is, I'll go to this, claim for point properties. Oh, sorry. I'll claim for point properties on this segment, somewhere there. I have them there. And this level here, I'll claim the point properties on this segment there. I have it is 169. I'll create a point by coordinates where I'll copy these coordinates do that. I'll copy this, do that. Then I'll bring 169, copy and paste it somewhere there. I'm just creating a guideline. Okay, so it started from there. I don't mind about it. Okay, done. I will black line this one. Okay, done. That is the line. It has gone too far. That's what we are doing this side. Okay, we can still join that thing. What I'll do is I'll get line from this to that. Okay, let's compare these coordinates. This is 190.420. That's the x on the other one. So it's increasing going this way. The nothing's okay. So I'll display. You can just display the grid. So the easting is going this side, not so. The easting is going this side. So it is increasing towards this side. And we need a point, meaning the y-axis is going the other way, which is the nothings going up. So we can copy this one only. Okay, now not to confuse you, instead of sorry, let me just display this. I just want not to create more developments so that it will become costly. I want to join this one to bring this point somewhere direct where it is here. Not so. Pardon? I'll move this one so that it becomes vertical. Okay? What's wrong? Gee, let me display the point numbers. Okay, point numbers. I'll just display them. This point is here, not so. So what we copied is this one. Yeah, we copied from that one. We brought it here. Now I want this one to be somewhere here from this line there, not so. Just from this haulage, it becomes direct there, so that we don't increase our cost on the development of the haulage. That's the idea I'm using. Yeah? Okay. So if I was to move, I think from there to there, let me just claim the point numbers, the point properties for this one. Okay? 202. So you see, this point and that point, they're having the same coordinates. This one and that one, they're having the same coordinates. So instead of creating this, bringing it here, I'll just move this one to that. So I'll move this segment to this, okay, and join it. That one was 5, eh? I can still remember it. So this is what we have. See, it is moving. It's not vertical. So since it is not vertical, even this one is not vertical. That's not a problem. You can still deal with it. we can still with it. I will remove this one and that one, not so. I have removed them. Are we together? So after removing them, what I'll do is, I have this. I have just to claim for, let me just delete this first. I'll clear the windows, the messaging window. I'll clear it. I'll claim the point properties for this one. Okay? And I'll claim point properties on that segment. I have them. So what I'll do is I'll create a point by coordinate using these coordinates here. Okay? So the y-axis is this one. Bring them there. Paste. And the x is this one. Paste them here. And I will use the 90 and apply. Okay? Cancel. So now we can say this one and that one, they are vertical. Okay? We move. We go to this one now. I will claim for point properties on this one. Okay? It has given me the point properties. Create a new point by coordinates. Copy this to that. Okay? I'll copy that to that. Then apply. Cancel. No problem. That doesn't matter. We'll just break line this one. Okay? Now, I am going to move this point to that. Since it is snapped already, I'll just move a point. This point will move to that. Okay? Then I can even delete one point, because since there are 2 points here, I can delete that point there so that it remains only, we remain with only 1 point. Okay? Also here, B8 is okay. What we have to do, we'll correct it later. Then I can save it. What's wrong, guys? Naziniera? Oh, what's fun? So we have this too. I'll hide the point markers. I'll go to display, then hide point attributes. Apply. They are gone. ERTM. ERTM. Okay. So we have created 2 ventilation lasers. Okay. So what I'll do, those 2 ventilation lasers, we'll give them a string number of 5. Let's give them a 5. Yeah. Then we start creating a new point string. Then we are moving from this to that. Escape. Start new. Okay. From that to that. Yeah. Are we together?
Then again, how are we going to do that?
Guys, what's wrong? Njamba, why have you made the meeting there? You sat here, you moved, you went that side. No, if you want to teach, you can come and teach here. So, what's wrong? Because we are just discussing here. No, you can come and teach us. We can leave it to teach us. Because you can't have 500 people talking in here at the same time. People, they will not concentrate. So we have this. I can save it. Now, I want to have the ventilation layers. If we have finished everything, maybe we would like to have the ventilation layers on the same on its own layer. So what we will do is We'll save the ventilation layers on its own layer. I'll start with saving the the crosscuts first. So I will delete. Okay, before I do that, let me save it as haulage 4, this one. Okay, then I'll save the haulage 3 first of all. I'll start deleting the segments, the strings. I'll start with this one. Okay, then I'll delete this one. Okay, I'll delete the red and I'll delete the green. Also, I'll just delete a segment on its own, which is okay. Let me just undo that one. I'll just black line this one and delete a point which is arbitrary there. Okay, then I'll save this as crosscuts. Okay, it is set. I will go back to this one. Okay, now on this one also we need the ventilation layers. So we'll start with go delete strings, this one, that one, then this one is okay, and that one. Then we have those two ventilation layers. Save V layers. It's one. Okay. I'll reset the graphics. I'll go to the same orange 3. Now I just want the oranges themselves, not so. I will delete that one, the white, this, and the red. I have my oranges. I'll just overwrite it. Yeah. So what we are having now, it is this one. Let's go to the V-lays. We have our drifts. We have our decline. So this is and the crosscuts. So we are having something like this. Now there is one thing that we haven't saved, which is the crosscut that is joining the orange drift to the ventilation layers. So I will set the graphics and go back to 4 since they are in 4. Okay, I will delete that, and so these are the two that I want. So I'll just cancel that mode. I'll go to this one and delete by 1. Okay, I don't need that. Okay, for me to avoid that, return it a bit, undo. Okay, then I will move this point to that, not so. Move a point. Point there. Then snap, then move point. Okay, done. Then we have to delete only this one and that one. So I will delete this. Mdumuka, you are running away and you come and don't help me. Don't find I will not translate. So I'll say cross
ventilation cross.
V lays. Okay, 1. Let's sit here. Then we reset our graphics. So we have now the V rays, the oranges, the cross cuts, this one, and the decline. So we are remaining with something like this, not so. So what we did is, because the other one, we had to join this point to that one. So first of all, I'll claim for point properties on this segment, okay? It's giving that this string is string 4, okay? So since it is string 4 and that is a orange, we want to extend that orange to the ventilation layers cross cuts. I'll change this string number to 4. Apply. Then I'll start, snap to point. Then from that to that. And save that orange. Before I save it, I'll join it. I want it to be joined. So you click on this one. We'll join it from this to that. Want it to be joined. So that one is joined. Then now we can save the oranges. No, this is not the decline that we are using now. Decline final. I made a mistake. I'll close the decline. This decline. I'll delete the layer. We need to use the decline final, not so. Okay. So in this case, this is what we are having now. So if we were to bring now the drifts, it is like this. Okay. So I've seen the idea how to create the oranges, not so. The oranges, the drifts, the ventilation layers, and the cross cuts. Now, we need our water to be collected somewhere. Not so. We need our water to be collected somewhere. Yes. Since, you know, if you say it will go up there, since the whole body is uneven, okay? Meaning, what you do is, you can connect this ventilation layers to that. Not so. Then also, we have to find a way to connect the ventilation layers to this one, not so. Because the air must flow to all the directions. And you are using the decline. Yeah? Meaning, this level, you have, this is a level. This level will be connected to the decline, to the lamp. We have to connect this level to the lamp. Because we will not say that when we transport our ore, which is on this level, on top of this level, come to this level, not so. It has to be transported to the decline. We will not say that everything will go down, that will become costly. And mostly, the mining will start on top, and you will be going downwards. So meaning, you have to connect each level to the ramp. Not so. So for example, we have to connect this level, not so, this level to that. Okay, so what we will do is, we can just snap to point. Let me just orient it a bit well. Somewhere there. Okay, so what we will do is, since we have all these gadgets on its own, this one on its own, it will become a bit difficult for you to snap the point and take it to the decline. So what you will do is, the simplest way we can do, I can join the haulage and the decline on the same layer. Then create each haulage, the drift that will be connecting the haulage to the lamp, and do it in an easy way. So I'll just reset the graphics, come to the haulage. It was haulage 3, not so. Haulage 3 and the final decline. Okay, this is what we have.
I want to create a level.
Yes, we want to connect a level to the RAM. Okay, so what I'll do is, I have not put them on the same layer. I want this one and the orange 3 to be on the same layer. Yeah, I have this. Then I'll display the point numbers. Apply. Okay. We want to snap to point and digitize, not so. So, first of all, I'll claim the point properties on this haulage, one of the points here, and on the haulage. So I'll snap, then I'll check on that point properties. Then I'll check this point properties. So this one is on 165. This one is on 169. Okay. So if the transportation is the trucks, yeah, and the gradient of the haulage is okay, it can go up to 8%. Then we can connect direct this point to that point. Okay, so I'll snap to point, then I'll say create new, and I'll give it a number of 7, for example. Apply, so that it will be easy to delete. Then I'll connect it there. Oh, sorry. From there to there, take me to that. Okay. So we have connected that level to that, not so. Then also we have this level on top here. Okay. We have to connect it to the decline so that the mineralization that will be coming from this side can come to the decline. So let's claim the point properties on this far end. Okay. Point properties says it is 240, not so. That is a 240. Now let me claim for point properties on this one, 226. I'll claim for point on 226. It says 341, 331, and that one is 140. So the other level is a bit on top. So let me check if I was to check the 212. That one says 245 and the other one is 240. So it's better acceptable to join it to that one. It's more acceptable. But now, the problem with that point, it is on the other side. Let me see. Okay. It's like that. Okay, it's on the same side, not so. It's on the same side. So just create a new, digitalize, and it was this one, not so. This point to that. Okay. I've connected it. Yeah. Now there is this level. This level is somewhere there. Yeah. We deleted It's down.
Which one?
It must be down.
Which one? It's on top.
Yeah, but you know.
Around. Around.
No, if you can check, maybe the coordinates are different. You can.
It's down. Zero.
Let me see what it has. We inquire the point properties. 295, not so. Then we inquire on this one. Is 315. So which one is down? Huh? 295 is down. So you can't remove it. It's okay.
You put around.
Yeah, it's okay.
That you put.
No, what is happening is maybe where the portal is entering from, not so. There is a depletion. So if there is a depletion, you started where there is a depletion. That's why it is down. Okay. So for example, we'll move this. We are going to move this one 10 meters. We'll perform mathematics on this tree so that it goes down 25 meters. Okay, so
that it's in line with the
yeah, we'll take it to the other.
Can we try to
We are going to take it to the next drift, which is the other stop. We leave yes, 2 stops above. Then this haulage will go to the next stop. So we just perform mathematics on the z-axis and take it to 25. Okay. I'm going to say z. Now in this case it is z minus 25. Okay, we are subtracting 25 from that 315. So it's okay. Then apply, we select this one. Okay, it has been moved. Yeah. Then this one and that one, let's see where it is. Let's connect. For example, we are going to connect it to 56. Let's claim for point properties for 56 and point properties on this one. So this is 290 and 281. Okay? 290 and 281. So let's try to connect it to, for example, okay, but I think that is okay. So okay, let's snap a point, start new. Okay. That was this one. Okay. Do that. I've connected them and I can save this now as haulage decline. Just a minute. Okay, I have it. Then I will reset the graphics. Then I have haulage decline together. Okay, it is connected like that. Yeah. Now I don't need this, that. So what I'll do is I'll delete the strings. That. Okay. I'll remain with this. Then these also there will be haulages. I will just rewrite the same. Okay. We can just edit even. We can edit this one. You can't edit a string name when it is okay. Let me just do this first of all. I'll edit this. I can edit that one. When I'm going to edit that one, I have to edit this one also. Okay. So I'll edit this one to level 1. Then I will change this one also, rename to level 1. Okay. Then I can delete this, doesn't matter. Just reset the graphics. Then you said level 1, which is, there was another level. There was another level.
These are the haulages that
These are the oranges. Oh, those are the levels because we had levels alone. So that is, so this one, let me just reset the graphics here. Go back to this one. Okay. Let's leave it the way it is. It's okay.
Can you just save it
So
and
you
then
can know.
change the number when you save it?
Yeah, you can save and change the numbers. Doesn't matter, but me, I can know this is what is this. Yeah. Now, you need the opus. Okay, we have this. We have the drifts. We have the final decline. We have the haulage. Okay, we have something like that. We have the cross cut. This one and that one. Okay. Now you need the opus because this mineralization from this stop, because these are stops, from this to that it's a stop, this to that it is a stop. Now you need to transport that, not so. So it has to go down to this transportation level down here on this orange. So you have to connect and you have to create the opus. Small man. Now for example we are using sub-level caving, not so. So if I'm using sub-level caving and I want to transport this one to that one, not so. So meaning I have to create the opus from this one to that one, because it is this one which doesn't have this O which is here after doing the sub level on top there, because we'll be going down there that side. So meaning this one will be transported from this one, this level, not so, and this also will go down, this one also will go down. So we have to create a whole path that will connect everything going down there. Small man. So what would you suggest you guys to connect, because those are easy now to connect since you have everything? How can you connect it? Huh? How can you connect it since you have everything? They are there, not so. They are there. How are you going to transport? Because this stop is one, not so. So what is here will be transported here. It will go direct. Now this stop here. This stop from this one to that, it has to be transported, not so. So we need to connect it. How are we going to connect it? Hmm? Mafunzo, nifunzo.
I'm hungry. Stop functioning.
I cut it out. It's busy, guys.
Wait, you're saying we need to connect from an opus from.
Because we can't. Okay. You can create an opus which will start from this level to that level, not so. Then, meaning these ones can be joined. You can find a way of joining them. So, for example, the midwest point here, we suggest this O body, because this is the O body. This was taken from the O body, not so. This is where the O body is, and the midpoint is somewhere there. So meaning we have to create the O pass from that one on the middle of these two, so that the O that will be coming from this side and the O that is coming from this side is meeting at the center, not so. So let's do this. I have this. What I am going to do here is, instead of fighting with all those strings, I'll bring the haulage 3 and the drift. Okay, I have them like this. Yeah. Now these two guys, I'll bring them to the graphic interface at the same time. Okay. This is what we have. Now I have to join on the middle of this. This is the drift. So meaning the midwest point here, for example, is this one. And the midwest point for this one is that one. I'll just display the point properties. The point markers or numbers. Okay. Now I have it like that. So since this is not the middle point, the midwest point of this, okay, there must be a point somewhere here. The point must be somewhere here. So that doesn't matter, we can still move it. What I'll do is, I'll go to this one, this 178 and the 193. That's the middle point of this one. The O pass can be slanted. It can have an incline. It doesn't, but it's not like the ventilation lays. So I'll come to 176, create new, give it a number. Which one? 9, eh? Okay. From 176 point, I want to snap to point, digitalize 178 to what? 193. Okay. That's how it is now, not so? Okay. So meaning, now, I want you to give me the answer. From, yes, because we have to connect this also. Instead of doing different O passes, we have to be transporting this one also to that. Not so. So what are we going to do here? We create a crosscut. Yes. Now that crosscut, how are you going to join it to the other one? Because this segment has only 2 points.
You create points on the segment.
Yeah. What she says is what makes sense. You have to divide this by 25. Okay, because each stop is 25. So you divide it 25. So I will save this as O pass. It is time up? O pass? It's not time up. It's time up? Okay. I'll save it like that. Then I'll delete. I will just reset the graphics. Then we have O pass. Then I will delete the strings. This string, that string, and overwrite. Okay. You have class now. Slancha, let's finish this thing. You go eat. Even me, I have not eaten. Yeah? I haven't eaten. Let's just finish what you have done. Now we have the cross these. Let me, okay, they are okay. The decline, not this one. Decline final, drifts. I have that also. I have that. And we have ventilation lace, opus. So these are the wireframes that we are remaining with. Now it's remaining like that, not so. Okay? Now, what you will do is, I'm going to give you this same data. And you have to go find a way of creating the ventilation lace from this joint. These also they must have a ventilation lace at the end and at the end of the screen. You must have a ventilation lace. And when you bring that data, take it to Dr. West. Yeah?
As in, you're giving us this design you've made. And
Yes, this is what I've done. Then you have to create a ventilation lace also. From this level to that level and that level to that level. And you have to bring that as an assignment. I'll take it to Dr. West.
Next week.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
2 weeks. 2 weeks. The other week.
What? Which one? Yeah, that is also you can make an assumption.
That is, you make it. Isn't it that you make a drive?
You can join them. Yeah?
Isn't it that you link a drive from there to the level?
You can't create a slot lace. Can't you create a slot lace?
Where?
You can. Not so.
These that are in the middle.
When you are drilling. No, you will find the way. You can still find the way.
There isn't actually.
This is just a stop. Yeah? Yes, you can find an access. You can find an access. That doesn't matter. You can even create. You can connect this from this same stop. You can create maybe like a decline on its own there. That will join to the other and you access it. Since you have the other one as the main layer. As the main layer, you can find a way of joining to the other stop and transport your equipment to that stop. Not so? Yeah, it's a good question. So give me your flash, I give you this data. Go. Find a way. One can give me a flash, you can copy from one person.